Welcome to The Explainer. Today we're diving into a central contradiction, something right at the heart of America's founding, how a nation conceived in liberty was also built on the institution of slavery.
And to really get a feel for just how deep this contradiction runs, let's start with this quote from the abolitionist William Lloyd Garrison. For him, the Constitution wasn't this sacred document of freedom. No, he saw it as a profound moral failure because of the way it compromised on and even protected slavery.
So this really brings us to the big question we're going to explore. How on earth did the United States, a nation founded on these incredible ideals of liberty, square that with the brutal reality of human bondage for millions of people living there?
Okay, so let's start by just digging right into this fundamental conflict. We're going to look at the paradox between what America said it was about, freedom, and what it actually did, right from the very beginning. Right from the get-go, the nation's birth was marked by this deep, bitter irony. The founding documents are filled with language about liberty and equality, but in practice, the country was building a racial caste system at the exact same time, where freedom was denied to millions simply because of their African heritage. Alright, next up, we're going to see how this wasn't just some philosophical problem. No, this contradiction was deliberately and systematically stitched right into the nation's legal and political fabric. So picture this, it's 1787, the Constitutional Convention, and this whole contradiction just comes to a boil. The founders had to decide how to count the millions of enslaved people in the country, and their solution was this critical and, deeply cynical compromise. And what's so telling when you look at this is that this whole debate wasn't really about morality, it was all about power. You had the North wanting more tax money from the South, and the South wanting way more political muscle in Congress. Both sides were arguing for whatever would benefit them the most. And the result of this was huge. The 3/5 compromise literally translated human beings held as property directly into massive political influence. It's a perfect example of how the founders chose national unity over morality, and it had real consequences. This shaped federal laws for decades and even tipped presidential elections. Thomas Jefferson's victory in 1800, that was pretty much secured by the extra electoral votes the South got from its enslaved population. So, with that political power in place, let's look at the massive, brutal economy it supported. An economy built on the buying, selling, and forced labor of human beings. The sheer scale of this human economy is just staggering. As the demand for cotton absolutely exploded in the 19th century, so did the demand for slave labor. By the time the Civil War kicked off, the enslaved population in the South had hit 4 million. 4 million people. And this ad right here, this just